Hello guys, we are back with our next lecture. In this lecture, let us go through JSP sessions and cookies, guys. So basically, we did discuss these two concepts in detail in servlets, guys. The same concept of servlets is applied in JSP also, because whatever is there in the J servlets is also in JSP. So that is the reason why you can just write the same answer there and here. Okay, so here I'll be just giving you an introduction, guys, so that you can just cover that topics only here, so that you can get marks. But make sure that you are writing the code with respect to JSP, not with JSP, not with respect to servlet. That's the only thing that you should remember. Okay, so basically, to maintain the sessions, we will be going for cookies. I hope everyone knows how cookies will work. So we'll be creating a cookie with a particular session ID or unique session ID, that is nothing but 32 bits. It will be there, guys. A lengthy character string with the numericals. Okay, so based on that, it will be storing some kind of information on the client system, guys. So it will be storing on the client system where there will be no risk, and it will be an advantage for us. Okay, similarly, hidden form fields, guys. In the initial stages of servlets, we did discuss in each video, one video we dedicated for cookies, one video we dedicated for hidden flow field, like that, guys. Okay, so that is the reason why I'm just giving you an introduction, so that you can watch that and you can write in your examination. Okay, so a web server can hide the HTML. So basically, using hide, type equal to hide, you can hide them, but you can pass the values as per your requirement. Okay, so assume that you want to send your admin password to the server. Okay, but you are a bit skeptical by directly sending it, so you will be hiding it and sending it. Okay, okay, just give me a second, guys. Similarly, we are also having URL rewrites. If you recall, inside URL only we used to write the details, like here session ID equal to 1234. Assume that you are having another parameter age equal to 20, so you'll be writing an and symbol and then age equal to 20. Done, that's it. So in that way. Similarly, the session object. So basically, session object is the most commonly used, I think so. This is the most commonly used even nowadays, guys. Okay, so whenever you want to define something globally or which can be accessed everywhere, you will be going for this session objects. So once you create it, it can be accessed to anywhere in any program among the whole project. Okay, okay, so it will be, I think there is no example for it. Okay, so I hope everyone got some basic idea, right? So basically here, for example, I'll be showing you the original example inside original example only. So here you will be initially, you will be creating the session, guys. Okay, so where did we create it? Just give me a second. Okay, I think here we didn't create it. Okay, so here we get it, web page dot if a session is new. If a session is new means it is indirectly created, and then we are setting the attributes, guys. Set attribute user ID and set attribute visit counter key. Okay, so in that way we'll be writing. Okay, okay, so if you want a small example here in our book which was given by our faculty, there was a small example, guys. So you can check it, guys. Basically, it uses the concept of sessions. Okay, so it gets the values from the previous one. It will be printing all the details, and it will be printing by IDs and everything. Okay, guys, go just to go through the example so that you'll be having a clear idea. Okay, so let us continue with cookies. So we already discussed about cookies. These are some kind of small HTML programs which stores some kind of information which is more valuable. Okay, so if you want the code for it, initially in between you will be creating cookies, and you will be setting the parameters and getting the parameters from it, guys. Okay, at the end you can print it whenever you want. In that way it will be working. Okay, guys, I have just explained you in a brief introduction, guys, because these things we have already discussed in servlets. So you can just watch that lecture, so that will be clear for you. Okay, so I hope everyone got some basic idea on this. So by this we are completing our introduction to servlets as well as JSP. Okay, so in the next lecture we'll be going through the review of this chapter, like which are the important topics which you should remember, which you should learn in a perfect way. Okay, so after that we will be starting our next subject, guys, as we already completed recording of 5th unit, even though it is after this topic, after this particular unit, but recording of it already done. Okay, so let us meet in the next series of lectures in the next subject. Okay, thank you, thanks for watching.